I'm sure you guys know that Damo and I have quit smoking weed. He's done a 1 week and a 2 week progress on his channel, but for me, I'm only at 1 week. So I kind of just wanted to sit here, talk to you guys, let you know how I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing, and all that. When I first met Damo, I did not smoke weed. I was with somebody before that who didn't smoke, so naturally, I didn't smoke. But before I met that boyfriend, I was a stoner. I had a little bit of a stoner phase. I had these two best friends, Autumn and Alice, and we would smoke a lot together. When I met Damo, didn't smoke weed. Then we started hanging out all the time and we got super serious, and I'm like, okay, this man smokes a lot of weed, so naturally I'm gonna smoke with him. Yesterday was 1 week for me, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about how I'm feeling. I know if you've seen his videos, I kind of chime in and say a few things about how I'm feeling, but this is just me and you right now, just talking about genuinely how I feel and my experience with it. Now, I haven't been smoking since I was 15 years old, so I'm sure the effects are different for me because it's been, I would say, we've been together for 8 years, so it's been about 8 years since I've been smoking. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't felt super crazy cravings. Since I've stopped, I always knew I could stop smoking weed, and it's been in the back of my mind, I feel like we should stop. I've said it a couple times, but it just never stuck. I would be like, babe, maybe we should stop. We'd save a lot of money. I think we'd cut down on our weight because we're not going to be eating as much. But naturally Damo's a stoner, and so it kind of took him saying we're done for us to be done. And that's not an excuse for me. I could have stopped at any time, but when you're with somebody who smokes a lot, it's you want to be high together, you want to eat together, whatever. I will say it's kind of a lot easier for me than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was gonna have these cravings and want it so bad. I'll smell it and I'll be like, oh wow, I miss that smell. When I smell it, I feel like I can taste it, but I haven't felt the want or the itch to be damn, I really want to smoke right now. I really have just forgotten about it, and I'm trying not to think about it. So when it's brought up to me, I try and just change the subject, or if somebody's smoking around me, I kind of just step away because it's not I'm craving it or I'm itching or I'm anything like that. It's almost just I don't want to think about it. I don't want to subconsciously tell myself oh, you're smelling it so you want it. So I try and stay away from anybody who smokes right now, which there's nothing wrong with smoking, but this is just how I feel I'm going to be more successful as far as staying away from it. I don't feel I've had any withdrawal symptoms. I don't feel angry. If anything, I feel way more emotional, which is actually crazy because I looked into it and it said that when you smoke weed, it messes with your serotonin levels and your dopamine levels. And it's almost weed numbs your feelings and your emotions. So I've noticed I'm a lot more emotional, and it's not I'm I sit there and cry, but if I watch a certain video or in a show or something happens, I notice I'll cry, and I'm this is crazy. I feel when I was smoking, nothing would ever faze me. It would have to be something so sad for me to tear up. No matter what, when I see dog videos on TikTok, I cry, but now it's the smallest things make me want to tear up. I feel I can feel all my emotions times 1,000, which is, I feel is a good thing. It's good to be able to control your emotions, and I feel I'm learning how to do that because I feel weed really numbed me from feeling certain things. That's one thing I've noticed is the emotions are heightened. I don't know, it's crazy. I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this. Put it in the comments if you've quit and you felt your emotions were just so heightened. I think for guys, it's aggression, right? Damo's yeah, in the first week, I was way more aggressive and I just was getting mad at everything. For me as a woman, it's my emotions. Every little thing makes me want to cry. Besides that, I think the way we've been eating has been a huge, huge difference. I was so skinny when I met Damo. Of course, that was 8 years ago. I was younger, but I was literally so thin. And then we started smoking, started eating a bunch. And even during COVID, now I feel my appetite has literally before, let's say it was this, now it's this. I'll literally order the same thing I usually order from a restaurant, and I will only eat a small amount of it, and I'll save the rest for later. Like, as far as like craving sweets, whenever I would smoke, I would literally crave sweets so bad. I would be like, I need like chocolate, I need ice cream, I need candy, I need chips, like anything, sweet, salty, doesn't matter. I would crave it and I would go get it. Now, I literally have not had a craving for a sweet since I've stopped smoking. At Sunday dinner, there was this dessert, and usually I would eat it, but I couldn't even like get myself to eat it. Like, it didn't sound good to me. And then the other night, we were at 7-Eleven getting some waters, and like, I seen my favorite Snickers bar, which is the Snickers peanut butter one. I'm like, ugh, it doesn't even sound good to me. Like, I don't even want that. So I feel like that's been a good thing too, as far as like kind of controlling what we eat. Me and Dame are on this little health tip right now where we're doing no carbs. We're just doing like natural foods. And, you know, we've tried doing this a bunch of times when we smoked, but there would always be that one day where we'd get high and we'd be like, whatever, let's just go get candy, or let's just go get fast food, or, you know, let's just go indulge and like fix that craving. But now it's like we literally will eat our dinner, drink some water, and go to bed, which has been one of the coolest parts of quitting smoking. I would say, like, I said this in his video too, like being more in the moment. Like, as crazy as that sounds, I have felt more in the moment than I ever have before. Like, I would go hang out with my family and, you know, I'd be there and it'd be fun, but I'd be high and, you know, I'd just be chilling. But like the other day, we went to go see my mom, and my brother was in town and his girlfriend was with him. And, you know, they live in Washington, so I barely ever get to see him. So to me, it was like such a blessing for them. Look, I'm going to cry and I'm not even sad. Like, that's how it is. Like, it's so crazy. I'm trying to like, I need to control that a little bit better. But as far as like just being in the moment with my family and, you know, like Damo's family, and just spending more time with them, and even hanging out with friends, I'm just like, I'm so grateful for my life and my friends, and like being here like right now is so amazing. Like, the fact that we all are here and we're healthy and we get to hang out and like love each other is so beautiful. And like, I feel like I've been seeing that a lot clearer. Not that smoking weed is bad, but I really feel like it numbs you. Like, it genuinely numbs you from like everything, like pain, heartbreak, even happiness. Like, you could be like, something so happy could happen, and then if you're high, it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like, I mean, that's how it was for me, at least. I don't want to speak like, you know, for everyone. Again, I'm just telling you guys my personal experience. Like, being more in the moment has felt so good to me. Like, I can't even explain it, you guys. I'm not trying to be emotional. I swear, I'm not even sad. There's nothing to be sad about. If anything, I feel like I want to cry because I'm happy. As far as me and Damo, I feel like we've been getting along a lot better. You know, we've been focusing on our goals together. We've been really working as a team. I mean, it's not like we didn't work as a team when we were high, but it's just like, when you're high, your mind is so cloudy. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, how cloudy my mind felt, like how like zoned out I'd be on my phone. Like, I would scroll TikTok for hours and not even realize it. Like, I was just zoned out. Now I don't scroll for more than like a couple minutes just to be on social media. Obviously, Valentine, she still smokes weed, and, you know, I'm around her a lot, and being around somebody that smokes isn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Like, smelling it and seeing somebody smoke, like, you know how many times me and her would just go smoke? Like, now it's like just her, and I'm like, oh, this is so weird. But in a sense, like, I'm happy for myself. I'm happy I'm not taking the time to go somewhere else, to exit myself from the group, to go get high and then come back. And that's what I was doing, you know, at family events, at weddings. I was exiting myself out to go get high and then come back. Which now I could just really be there. Like, I don't have to leave for any reason. I can really just be there and be in the moment and just be sober and be happy to be where I'm at. And so I feel like that's the biggest thing that I've noticed. I've never really suffered from anxiety, I wouldn't say, but, you know, there's times where people get anxious and stuff like that, and you would smoke weed and it would kind of like numb you. I feel like, you know, if anything, I just feel more like level-headed, more clear-headed. I feel like I can like see my future and I can see what I want. And as far as me and Damo, I think me and him are focusing more on our future. Like before it was like, you know, smoke weed, do the day-to-day, and then just be done. Like we wouldn't even talk about, you know, like where do we see ourselves in like a couple years. So that's been really, really good too. And I will say like doing this together has been really, really nice. And I feel like it's brought us closer together because, you know, we are experiencing this together. For him, it's a little different because he smoked since he was 15 years old. I'm just focused on being there for him. And I know he's focused on being there for me. And we're kind of just like helping each other get through it. Not that it's like any crazy addiction, like, you know, a hardcore drug, but still like smoking weed is like, you know, people do that for medicine. They do that to help themselves with anxiety, stress, everything. And so when you stop, you kind of like get all of these emotions and feelings and like, you're like, I don't know, I've never felt this before because you're so used to being numb from smoking weed that like, I don't know, for me, it was kind of like I had to take a step back and just like understand what I was feeling for a second. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm super, super happy me and Damo decided to do this. I think that it was a really good decision for us. I think it's brought us closer together. I think we're focusing on family more. We're focusing on friends more, our future, our careers, our lives, our money. That in a way, I kind of wish we did this a long time ago. I will say too, when I told my mom, she was so happy. And that just makes me so happy. So yeah, that's my little update and progress of being 1 week sober from weed. I understand like being sober is hard, but it's such a beautiful thing. Like you're really so in tune with your reality. You're so in tune with yourself. I'll check back in after it's been 2 weeks just to let you guys know like where I'm at, you know. I will say I've noticed I have been sweating more. Like even when I got to the gym today, like I'm like, okay, I haven't even started my workout. Why am I sweating? So I have noticed that, but I feel like it's just my body kind of like detoxing and like getting rid of like what's left as far as like, what do they call it? THC in your system. So yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're so close to 30K. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.
Maybe you're 10 rain. Shorty, you're 10